Hey YouTube and all my subscribers. I've just been sat out the garden this morning, guys, because, well, this afternoon, it's supposed to be 3 o'clock now, because I've had a really stressful morning, and this is the only place I guess I can go right now to have a little bit of peace. I love nature, I love the grass, I have a lovely pond behind me, so I just sit here and chill, because today has been a hard day, and that's kind of why I've popped my video on right now, to talk about my hard day, because it's so easy to come on YouTube and be like, yeah, I've got all the answers to everybody's problems, and I know this and I know that, but then sometimes my own problems I can't even solve, you know. And I guess a lot of us are like that, and that's what keeps us stuck. So what's really helped me is sharing my problems and sharing what I'm going through with people that I did have a group with on Facebook, and now I'd like to share it on you. So yeah, today hasn't been an easy day. I've come up with a lot of roadblocks since the full moon, I guess, and I'm in situations where I don't have any family and I don't have any support when things come up. I'm completely on my own with my children, and that literally sucks sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yes, you know, I'm a warrior all the time and I don't worry and I don't have days where I just cry my eyes out, because I totally do. And I just wanted to put that on a video to show everybody that it is okay to feel like that, you know. Some days are good days, some days are bad days, and but how do we get out of them bad days, and how do we not stay stuck? You know, that's something that I have struggled with all of my life, because of wounds and because of traumas and because of not understanding myself, you know. So the past couple of months, instead of letting the roadblocks and letting the things that are in my way get to me, well, I can't do this and I can't do that because I've got the children, or my ex has decided to work all week, so I haven't got a day off, so I can't do my videos, I can't do this and I can't do that, and it's all negative energy and it's all negative thought patterns, which puts you back into that place right at the very beginning, you know. So how do we stop going back there, basically, and cut negative thoughts which are so embedded in us from childhood, I guess, because we've been through wounding? How do we stop that and come back to centre? You know, that's something that I've been working on all through the summer holidays, and it's being in the present moment, I guess. But when things come up, you really can't be in the present moment, when that anger, when that resentment, when somebody's done an injustice to you, when nobody's listening, when there's nobody there to wipe your tears, when there's nobody there to offer you help, you know. What you do in them situations, do you just give up? Because I can see why a lot of people do give up, because it's easier. But then, is it really easier because you're just not living out your life purpose? So a lot of my healing has been, like I said, out the garden and in nature, and really like meditating as much as I can, even when I'm awake, you know, just to like work out what's going on inside of me, to make me feel like that, to put me back into that place of self-doubt, self-loathing. I can't do it, you know, this is impossible, I don't want to be here anymore, you know. And I've had a lot of that today. I've had a lot of tests, and I think a lot of us always do, you know, and this is why we stay stuck. But the most important thing that keeps me going is my children, and wanting a better future for them, and wanting to right the wrongs of my past and heal all my wounds so they don't go through it and they don't grow up with wounds. But it's very hard not to fall into that trap of self-loathing and self-worth. But if there is nobody there to help us, then we have to help ourselves, you know, especially if there is little ones depending on us, you know. So the most important thing for me that I do is I cut the 3D world out completely, and I just come out here and breathe. I just come out here and breathe, and I come out here and I remember who I am and why I keep doing what I'm doing, and all the things that I've been through. And yeah, I may not have a lot of help, I may not have anybody that understands me, but then I honestly think that God got me and the universe got me, and that my faith keeps me going, my faith keeps me safe. somehow every single day I wake up, somehow every single day my kids are healthy, somehow every single day everything gets done. No matter how hard it is, I still do it. You know, we gotta stop the negative thoughts by thinking of all the things that we do and all the things that we have achieved and all the dramas that we have been through, and see these people and see these roadblocks in front of us as tests, as lessons from the universe, just to ask us, right, can you get through this? You know, can you really get through this? Can you beat this demon? Can you succeed, or are you going to fold? You know, and that's how the universe works. I really do feel that, you know, and the only way that we can possibly overcome is by surrendering, is by completely and utterly surrendering. When we haven't got the answers, and we cry as much as we cry, and we go through much pain as we go through, the only thing left to do is surrender and give it to the universe, and know that you are protected, and know that I am protected, and know that everything happens for a reason. You know, every single pain that we go through, every single trial that we have to overcome, every single lesson that God and the universe gives us is there to grow us, and it's there to build us. You know, I've been put completely on my own after years of struggling with codependency through 2 narcissistic abusive relationships. I then found comfort in 3 very special souls. Each one of them have left me now and gone to the other realms. My dad, my brother, and one of my best friends, my cousin Donna, each one had their own troubles, and each one had their own worries, you know, but the same as me. But they showed me what unconditional love is. And then since losing them 3, I guess I've really struggled with being on my own. But then, and I've shouted to the universe, I've asked God, why am I here, put on this earth, just to be on my own, just to struggle, you know, because I have children as well. And it's hard not to have that emotional support. But the thing that keeps me going, like I said, is my faith, and knowing that I was stripped away from everything for a reason. We are put on our own sometimes for a reason, because we have to stop listening to outside influences. We have to stop listening to negativity. We have to stop listening to society that wants us to be something that we're not. And we have to listen to ourselves. We have to listen to ourselves, and we have to realise that life is a journey, and everything that we go through the 2 relationships that I was completely destroyed in, through losing my brother and 10 years ago now nearly, and then my dad last year, and then my cousin as well last year, it really has shaped me into somebody that I wouldn't have been if I hadn't have had all them experiences. Now, that's got to be something from the universe. That's got to be a gift, you know. We've got to see the gift in every single thing. Some of us are meant to struggle, some of us are meant to be warriors, some of us are meant to succeed, and some of us are just meant to live a normal, happy life. You know, whatever cards we get given, we have to be grateful, and we have to be very real with ourselves and understand that everything happens for a reason. And then when we do, we drop the guard, and we drop the pain, and we give it up to God, and we let Him lead the way. So I just wanted to pop that on here today, because like I said, I've been struggling, you know, when I want this video and my page on here to be extremely real. I'm not sugarcoating anything that I've been through. If anybody wants to connect to me who resonates with going through narcissistic abuse from parents, from mothers, from fathers, from relationships, please do so, because I feel like I've been through everything I've been through to be able to share my experiences with other people, so I can help not only myself work out this life, but also help other people work it out too. But if there's anybody that's feeling like that today or any other day, just give it up to God. Just surrender and understand that you wouldn't have gone through all the trials and all the hard times that you've gone through if there wasn't your angels watching over you. So we just got to keep the faith and trust that these people and these lessons and these tests are put in our way to make us stronger, not to destroy us. And the only way they make us stronger is by listening to ourselves, shutting the world off, shutting all the negativity off. You know, I had an awful phone call off one of my exes, who is a complete narcissist, you know, my youngest boy's dad, this morning, and he likes to chip in with what I do. Why can't you just be a normal woman? Why can't you just do a normal job? You know, my job is spiritual mentoring, and I'd love to be a yoga teacher one day as well. But I find it hard to get everything done because he works away, you know. So instead of being grateful to me for bringing his son up, he likes to put me down for the things that I do, you know. And he called me stupid this morning. Even though he has nothing to show for his life, he called me stupid, and I allowed that to get inside of me, to cause negativity and to feed into my doubts and to feed into my fears. But what we have to understand is people like this only do things like that because they can see the light in us, and they can see that if they just give us a little bit of leeway, if they give us a little bit of freedom, if they give us a little bit of equal give and take, that we would rise far above them. And this is why they do what they do, to keep us stuck. So they have all the glory and we have all the pain. Now that is something that I just seen 11/11 then, as I said that. That's something that I have worked through with my two exes all my life, you know. They've both been very selfish, they've both always worked, they've both given me no choice, absolutely no choice in the finances that I have, in the job that I work, in the self-care that I get, in the time that I get to myself. I've never had any choice, and I allowed that for a long time to fester away at me, you know. Something like that this morning would have happened even last year, and I would have spent all day in that negative energy and that negative, feeding that negativity, feeding that demon, feeding his ego, and allowing me to be destroyed. You know, and that is why we keep repeating the patterns. Is only when we stand up and say no more, you know, no more. So what my answer to him and to my other ex, who is working the weekends now as well, so I've had to give my yoga class up on a Saturday, and that's fine, you know. Things happen, and obviously the universe isn't ready for me yet. It's not my time yet, and that's fine. But just know that if you're in situations like that, the more that we feed the fear, the more that we feed the doubt, the more that we feed the fact that we just can't do it, or we're cursed, or with this or with that, the more that it's going to happen. So my answer to my exes this morning was, okay, you can work 7 days a week and I will have your children constantly. I have no trouble in that. I love my babies anyway, but I will not be stressing myself out this year for Christmas, and I will not be getting myself into debt, which I do every single year for Christmas. They have now got the responsibility of doing Christmas for my children. We have to draw a line under the way that people treat us, you know. We really have to draw a line, otherwise we're running around on this hamster wheel, and we're constantly draining ourselves, and we're constantly feeding the ego of other people that only want bad for us. You know, when we stop that, I mean, I've spoke to my children, and I'm lucky that I have amazing kids who understand that I do struggle because I'm on my own. You know, I'd give them the world if I could. If I won the lottery tomorrow, every single penny would go to them, just like every single second of every single day goes to them. But they understand that I can't this year, and they understand, I'm hoping through all this they will grow up and not treat their children like this, or not treat their exes, if they happen to have exes, or their spouses, like their dads have treated me, you know. So that's how we break the curse, and that's also how we stand up for ourselves, and we say enough's enough, and we stop feeding that pain that other people are giving us, you know. Cut it off, cut it out like a cancer. That's it, you know. I am going to worry now. I've explained to my children and I've explained to my exes, this is where I stand, and that's it. And I know, again, going back to being an empath, that is an extremely hard place to be, because we want to do the best we can do. You know, every single Christmas I have struggled, and every single Christmas I've got myself into debt, and every single Christmas Eve I probably sat there and cried thinking that I haven't got them enough, you know. But I'm not doing it this year. The kids just want a happy mommy, and I just want to be a happy woman. And that's the message that I want to give today, is we have to keep the faith and stop feeding the demons, because the higher we evolve as well, and the higher that we connect with source, and the higher that we connect with ourselves, especially being a light worker or a twin flame, or anything that you resonate with, being on my channel, or coming across my channel if you're a new subscriber, is we're going to get tested. we're gonna get tested big time throughout our whole lives, and the main thing is learning to control our emotions, learning to control our vibration, and learning to control our space. You know, we can do magic, we can do it in set intentions, but what's mainly important is that we're open, our channels are open, our chakras are all open. We don't feel resentment, we don't feel pain, we don't feel anger, we don't feel hatred towards them. We give it up to God, we surrender, and we let the universe take care of the rest. So I hope this helps anybody that comes across my channel. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.